This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this afternoon, UAE accused of adopting COVID-19 protocol targeting Nigerians. Osage Obanyawa condemns plan by federal government to make COVID vaccination compulsory for federal civil servants. NCDC says 46 new deaths in suspected cholera cases recorded in the past week. And on the foreign scene, Guinea announces gradual reopening of land borders. My name is Jude Omanbe. Welcome to the major news from the nation's #1 talk, news and sports radio station, 92.3 Nigeria Info.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon and thank you for sticking with us. A former National President Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, Osage Obanyawa, has condemned the plan by the federal government to make COVID vaccination compulsory for federal civil servants. He also criticized the Edo State government for insisting to making vaccination compulsory despite a court order stopping it from doing so. In an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Obanyawa, who is also a former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Edo State, said government at all levels should employ persuasion instead of force. He said the action of the federal government could cause workers to go on strike.
We need to change the narration in our country at this time to more of constructive engagement. In the final analysis, what the governor seeks to achieve is Ferrar's protection of members of the public. And so he needs to engage members of the public and use the tool of persuasion. What makes rape offensive is the lack of consent. And that is why even when operations are to be carried out, an informed consent is required. The federal government so far has not shown much capacity. Suppose the workers decide to go on strike nationwide over this. What is it that they can do? You can't compel a man or a woman to ingest what he has principled opposition to.
The Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19 has accused the UAE of adopting double standards in enforcement of its COVID-19 protocol for visitors. Minister of Aviation, Senator Hadi Sirika, who made the accusation during the committee's briefing on COVID-19 in Abuja, said it was targeting at preventing Nigerians from traveling from Nigeria to Dubai and its other cities. Sirika further alleged that the COVID-19 protocols set for Nigeria was different from what the Arab nation announced for other nations.
UAE established protocols when you travel into their country. You remembered on this platform we've argued and discussed some of the positions that they took at that time, which we found very discriminatory and targeted at Nigeria, and it was country specific, and we said that it's not acceptable. And we were mandated to dialogue with them in the interest of both parties. We've gone through Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now we're being mandated by the task force jointly with the Foreign Affairs to resolve this impasse. We're very sure it will be resolved, but it should be resolved in a fair manner to our team and passengers.
The news agency of Nigeria reports that the UAE protocols allows citizens of other countries, including Benin Republic and Ghana, to travel directly from other countries to Dubai, but denies Nigeria. Moving on now, on this part, the Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Ehanire, says the Delta variant of COVID-19 virus is the dominant strain in the country. He said the strain requires Nigerians to keep all the prescribed protective measures in place and increase testing.
The dreaded third wave of COVID-19 may appear to be leveling and not giving the catastrophic figures that we saw. And we have not had catastrophic increases in infections and fatalities as we saw in some Asian countries. But it is not wise for us to assume that the threat is gone, especially since new cases as recorded are fluctuating, and Many have been identified or have to be identified by genomic sequencing. Evidence so far, however, is that the Delta strain is already the dominant strain in Nigeria. So we must keep our protective measures in place and increase testing.
Also, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, said Africa and Nigeria in particular have continued to record rising cases and deaths. He said more vaccines will be available by 2022 to vaccinate Nigerians.
There will be enough vaccines to go around soon. By the second quarter of 2022, we would have received about 52 million doses of the vaccines, sufficient enough for our people to be vaccinated.
Lagos State recorded 114 of the 387 new cases of COVID infections reported on Monday. Rivers State recorded 91 cases. 4 states, Abia, Nasarawa, Ondo, and Sokoto, had 0 cases reported. The NCDC says 46 new deaths linked to suspected cholera cases were recorded in the country in the past 1 week. The NCDC on its official website stated that 8 states accounted for the new cholera fatalities. The Public Health Agency, in its epidemiological report for August 30th to September 5th, said a total of 2,323 people had so far died as a result of suspected cholera infections in 25 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, since the beginning of 2021. Still ahead, senior DSS operative among the 4 killed in FCT flood. Stay tuned for more stories right here on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
A clean surrounding is a collective effort.
Diseases could be avoided
with good hygiene practice. Be more responsible with how you dispose waste products. The environment will be better looking without litter and exposed garbage. We love our city clean. This message is from 92.3 Nigeria Info.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Major News this afternoon. My name is Jude. Thank you once again for listening. A senior operative of the DSS FCT command has been confirmed to be among the 4 killed by the flood that ravaged Trademore Estate, Lugbe, on Sunday night. The Director General of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, Abbas Idris, who confirmed the information, did not disclose the name of the operative, but said he was from Sokoto State. According to an eyewitness, the DSS operative was on his way to a nearby pharmacy. He added that residents in the area tried to stop him from driving through the flooded area, but he ignored the warning. Kogi State government says 110 fleeing inmates of the correctional center in Kaba have been rearrested. Chief Press Secretary to the Kogi State Governor Onogu Mohammed told correspondent Emmanuel Onwuka that the governor is saddened by the security breach at the correctional center. He said the governor has charged security agencies in the state to carry out a massive manhunt to apprehend the remaining inmates and begin immediate investigation into the jailbreak.
The governor has expressed his grief over the unfortunate situation, and he is working in tandem with the security agencies to ensure that those that were taken out from that place and the people that came to carry out that kind of act should be apprehended. And as I speak to you, in the last count, we have rearrested, that is the security agency, have rearrested over 110 inmates that were taken away from that place. And the mandate the governor gave to security agencies is that they should ensure that every one of them is rearrested, and the people who carried out that act should also be arrested.
You recall that over 200 inmates escaped from the medium security custodial center in Kaba in Kogi State following an attack by gunmen. The Mietiala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria on Monday criticized Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State over the enactment of a law banning open grazing. The body said it's not interested in exchanging words, but to see an end to the senseless killing of innocent people. The National Secretary of MACBAN, Baba Othman Ngezama, said this in Abuja in response to the accusation by Ortom's Chief Secretary, Teva Akasi, that it was fueling crisis in the state over the law. Mr. Ngezama said the doors of MACBAN remain open for constructive discussions to find lasting solutions to the clash between farmers and herders. Dile Monica, elder sister of Godwin Baga, who was declared wanted by the River State government, has raised an alarm that her brother is missing. Monica told our correspondent immediately her brother was declared wanted by the state government, he was advised to clear himself of the allegations. She said she has been going from one police station to another looking for her brother to no avail.
Since yesterday that he left the house around in the morning, I called him last around 6 o'clock. We cannot find him till now. His phone has been switched off. Since morning till now, the children have been crying. We cannot find him up till now. I've been going from one police station to the other. Now they said I should go to the one at Moscow Road. So please, I want the River State government to help me. I'll search for my brother. He's my only brother that I have. He has cleared himself. Our family has never been involved in anything like that before.
I recall that last week the River State government declared Godwin Barra and two others wanted for alleged criminal activities and harassment of contractors, particularly Julius Berger, in the state. Security agencies in the state were then directed to arrest the wanted persons for prosecution.
And now the business news.
To business now, the FIRS will lose about 92 billion naira if the judgment of the Federal High Court asking state government to collect VAT in their domain is upheld by the appeal court. A report on FIR's official website revealed that the service collects 4% as cost of collection for non-oil revenue collected.
Take it away with the entertainment news.
Entertainment stories now. The Met Gala, one of fashion's biggest events, rolled out its red carpet in New York for some of the planet's best-known celebrities. But popular rapper Nicki Minaj did not attend the event because COVID-19 vaccination is required for guests. In a post, she said, "If I get vaccinated, it won't be for the Met. It will be once I feel I have done enough research." The event was cancelled last year due to the coronavirus pandemic.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
Finally, just before the major news from around the world, from sports, Brazilian legend Pelé has been moved out of international care in the next day or two after having surgery to remove a tumor from his colon. The 80-year-old is being treated at the Albert Einstein Hospital in Sao Paulo. Pelé's daughter said her father was doing well in a post on Instagram. The three-time World Cup winner has been having treatment in the hospital since the 31st of August. And finally, the military regime in Conakry, the capital of Guinea, has announced the gradual reopening of borders with neighboring countries. The military is due to start holding 4-day talks later today in what it says is an effort at building consensus for the country, with the threat of economic sanctions looming. Colonel Mamadou Dubai said other coup leaders are under increasing diplomatic pressure. On the news this afternoon, You heard Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19 has accused the United Arab Emirates of adopting COVID-19 protocol targeting Nigerians. NCDC says 46 new deaths linked to suspected cholera cases recorded in the past 1 week. And on the foreign scene, the military in Guinea has announced gradual reopening of borders with neighboring countries. The news was edited by Enor Beverly. Please contact our newsroom on 0818-900017, 0818-900017. For more stories, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. My name is Jude. Do enjoy the rest of your day. The sunny side comes up right after this.